Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at, well, basically the campaign for the 9th anniversary. Now there's a lot of content that's come out with the 9th anniversary. A lot of people will be asking where are the banners, where are the units, and we'll answer everything you need to know in this video. Now firstly, addressing the banners always release later for Anniv. They will release on Tuesday morning, my time, which is 8 UTC plus 2. So I am UTC plus 2 at 8 o'clock. During that time, they will release on global for all the characters and players. Now, in terms of the campaign itself, there's a lot of stones here, 350 plus to be precise. Well, I say precise, but yeah, you could miss out on one or two if you log in a bit later. But 350 plus stones, and a lot of it is really good. Firstly, we have the big login bonus, which is a huge chunk of stones that players are getting. A very nice big chunk of stones. A lot of players will be very happy to get. Very helpful overall. Super duper good. And yeah, I think it's really great. You also get your redstone upon logging in. You also get tons of thanks tickets upon logging in. There's lots of really good stuff. In terms of the missions are actually fairly straightforward, using things like sport memories, using things like sport items, completing stages, and just in general farming up some stages and characters. We'll get a lot of these done easily. For the challenges where it says to use a Gogeta character, you can just use your log and reward Gogeta, and your life will be pretty simple. So all in all, really honestly quite good. On top of that as well, of course, the event missions don't feature a lot of stones, but primarily what they do feature is the copies of Gogeta. So if you're someone who's looking to max out or you're a new player, this physical Gogeta is not bad and actually can help you complete quite a fair chunk of content. These Annie characters are more for collection, but can actually be helpful to new players. Now in terms of the actual content, there's a fair chunk of content that's been added. Lots of content that's been added today, and a lot more that will be added over the course of the week. So one of the big ones for the week, or basically one of the big ones, in terms of like the general content, is going to be the tons of thanks tickets, the things like titles, collecting 9th anniversary tickets, and where there's a section where I need to cover something in a bit more detail, I already have or will. So for example, I've already covered tons of thanks tickets, I've already covered, premium stones, I'll cover red stones and who to spend it on, so don't panic about that. Now, in terms of the actual campaign, to be honest with you, this one, there's quite a fair chunk that was released today. So your banners will come Tuesday, but your main content that's been added today is you have 2 story events. One for the LR Beerus, which is great, and then you also have one which is for a nice free-to-play Freezer as well. Both of these will be getting updated throughout the anniversary, so you won't be able to do everything or get the actual LR Beerus today, but you can do the prep work for it. At the same time as well, there's going to be a Dokkan event released when Broly releases on the Tuesday. We have the title missions, which you can start working on now, but you'll only be able to complete once all the content has unlocked. There is also the additional stages that have been added into the red zone. So the movie boss's red zone has had some stages added to it, which is great. And then we also have a new blue zone, as people are calling it. But we have a new super enemy prioritized event, which is pretty fun to run. And also drops with it quite a few stones. There's around 30 from both of those on their own. But then there's also, of course, around 7 to 9 stones from the story events themselves as well. We have a new support memory mission and update as well. So by doing the support memory and the updated stage there, for the support memory boost, you can also grab yourself a ton of great rewards. And we have the skill orb event, which is also fantastic. So realistically, we have a ton of great stuff that is very, very, very easily accessible for players to start completing things out. On top of that, we do actually have a new Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash. This will release on Tuesday for most players, so you'll be able to get this on Tuesday. And then we will have some more content released a little bit later on. But all in all, honestly, really good stuff. If I'm being honest, a really nice collection of content. The blue zone, the red zone, there's missions there. We've got the Assassin's Hit event, which also, by the way, drops a ton of great rewards. We have pretty much everything you could want, realistically. Some very good chunks of content, 2 new story events, just not the banners, which I think is what's irritating most players. But you can claim your redstone, you can do your 9th anniversary ticket summons, and you can earn yourself 9th anniversary medals. So all in all, there's a good bit of content for players to do. May not be exactly what you want, but for most players, this is going to be exactly what you want to do to pick up your stones before the banners actually drop. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, when they do drop, if you complete all this content, you could be a solid 200 stones up, which is pretty cool. If you're someone who's low on stones or just starting, there's tons of it. So yeah,